There is a truth about human attraction that almost nobody speaks aloud, yet it shapes every relationship, every broken heart, and every impossible desire that haunts us. It is this: people do not fall for what they fully understand, they fall for what they cannot explain. And nowhere is this more true than in the way women respond to men. A man who is predictable is safe. A man who is emotionally readable is comfortable. But a man who is calm, unknowable, and difficult to decipher, that man is unforgettable. Women don't obsess over the man who gives them clarity. They obsess over the man who creates questions they cannot answer. He becomes a mystery they feel compelled to solve, a private storm they want to decode, a puzzle that stays in their mind for nights on end. This is about why. Why some men live rent-free in a woman's mind. Why emotional mystery is magnetic. Why feminine psychology is drawn toward the man she cannot predict, and how ancient psychological forces, Jung, Freud, the unconscious, projection, and archetypes, turn one man into a mere memory while another becomes an obsession. If you've ever wondered why women chase the man who's not chasing back, why they replay the words of the man who spoke the least, why they can't stop thinking about the one who didn't react, this is the reason. Every man has had this moment. You're speaking to a woman, not flirting, not trying to impress, simply existing, and suddenly you feel a shift. A subtle curiosity in her eyes, a quiet interest, a question forming inside her that she does not speak, but you feel it. Who is he really? That moment is the beginning of obsession. Not because of what you said, but because of what you didn't say. Most men, without knowing it, destroy this moment instantly. They rush to fill the silence. They try to explain themselves. They reveal everything too fast. They turn mystery into information. But the men who remain quiet, calm, centered, the ones who don't reveal their emotions instantly, those men trigger something deeper inside a woman, a curiosity that sinks into her unconscious. And curiosity is the seed of desire. As Carl Jung wrote, the unknown awakens longing. A woman does not crave what she already possesses. She craves the hidden, the unspoken, the man she cannot fully grasp. When a man is emotionally predictable, her psychology relaxes. But when he is unreadable, something ancient inside her wakes up. The chase begins. You must understand something crucial. Women are emotional detectives, not by choice, but by instinct. From childhood, girls are socialized to read emotional nuance, tone, mood shifts, micro-expressions. Their survival once depended on it. This makes women experts at reading men. She knows when a man is desperate just from his posture. She knows when he's insecure from the speed of his replies. She knows when he's trying to impress her before he even speaks. Most men are easy for her mind to map. But the man she cannot map, the one whose emotions don't leak from his voice, the one who responds thoughtfully instead of instantly, he disrupts her expectations, and the human brain is addicted to disruption. You see, attraction isn't created through comfort, it's created through tension, the tension of I don't fully understand him. This tension activates something powerful in a woman's psyche, the desire to explore deeper. A predictable man is a finished book. A mysterious man is an unread chapter. And human psychology is wired to pursue the unfinished. Let's go deeper, far deeper. Carl Jung, the father of analytical psychology, explained that human attraction is shaped by archetypes, ancient patterns in the unconscious that represent energy, mystery, desire, and fear. One of these archetypes is the shadow. The shadow is everything hidden. Your unspoken thoughts, your discipline, your wounds, your strength, your rage, your calm, your secrets. Most men hide their shadow because they are afraid of it, but a mysterious man carries his shadow with comfort, not showing it, but never denying it. A woman senses this immediately. She doesn't see your shadow, but she feels it. the way you hold eye contact without flinching, the way you speak slowly instead of rushing, the way you don't explain your silence, the way your presence feels grounded, ancient, immovable. Jung would say she is not attracted to the man in front of her, but to the archetype he mirrors within her. Your mystery awakens her unconscious. She senses depth. She senses the unknown. She senses an internal world she has not been allowed to enter. And desire always moves toward the door that is closed. Let's be brutally honest. Most men are emotionally predictable because they are emotionally exposed. A woman tests him, he reacts. She pulls away, he panics. She gets upset, he explains. She delays responding, he spirals. She shows interest, he becomes needy. He becomes readable in minutes. But the mysterious man, the emotionally sovereign man, he does not respond to her emotional waves. He does not lose himself in her storms. He remains still. This is why calm men drive women insane. It's not because they are cold. It's because their emotional landscape is private. She cannot see the edges of his world. She cannot predict his reactions. She cannot guess how deeply he feels. This is where obsession begins. The gap between what she feels and what she cannot know. Uncertainty heightens desire. Lack of clarity intensifies focus. Mystery creates an addictive loop in the brain. This is psychology, not poetry. Science backs this fundamental principle. A woman's brain releases more dopamine, the chemical of desire, when the reward is unpredictable. Not constant, not guaranteed, not obvious. This is why she rereads your messages. This is why she tries to interpret your silence. This is why she remembers your eyes. This is why she feels magnetized toward you, even against logic. Your unpredictability has become a stimulus. Your mystery has become a pattern her mind is trying to decode. You are no longer just a man. You are a psychological puzzle. And puzzles trigger obsession. The mysterious man holds a power that predictable men can't imitate. He is not emotionally available on demand. He is not controlled by instant gratification. He is not eager to please. He chooses his words. He chooses his reactions. He chooses what to reveal. This level of emotional self-control is rare. Women feel it instinctively. Here is a man who is not ruled by desire. Here is a man who does not perform for attention. Here is a man who feels whole without validation. His independence threatens her assumptions, and that threat becomes attraction. She cannot dominate his emotional world. She cannot predict his heart. She cannot read his mind. And what you cannot control, you desire. There is a unique kind of silence that only powerful men possess. It's not the silence of withdrawal. It's not passive aggression. It's not emotional absence. It is the silence of control. A silence that says, I don't rush my emotions. I don't explain myself. I don't fear your judgment. This silence forces a woman into introspection. She begins to analyze every interaction, every tone, every pause. Why didn't he reply instantly? Was he not impressed? Is he losing interest? Did she say something wrong? Her mind begins looping, and the more she loops, the deeper she falls into the emotional labyrinth created by your mystery. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is influence. Masculine depth is rare today. Most men have shallow emotional landscapes. They overshare. They panic text. They reveal their insecurities immediately. They spill their fears, weaknesses, and neediness instantly. But the deep man, the quiet, observing, centered man, carries an aura women rarely encounter. He listens more than he speaks. He examines rather than reacts. He feels but does not broadcast. He is a world, not a moment. And a woman feels drawn to that world. She wants to explore it, to understand it, to map its terrain. But you never allow her full access, not because you're playing games, but because your emotions belong to you first. This is the heart of masculine mystery. Here is a truth you must understand. A woman chases what she cannot fully reach, not out of immaturity, but because psychologically, women seek emotional challenge. Not drama, but depth. Not chaos, but uncertainty. Not confusion, but complexity. The unreachable man embodies all three. He is not distant, he is selective. He is not uninterested, he is discerning. He is not cold, he simply does not give his warmth for free. This makes him rare, and rarity always creates desire. A woman may not consciously think, "I want a mysterious man," but she feels it. She feels it in the way her mind keeps drifting to him. She feels it in the unanswered questions he leaves behind. She feels it in the tension between his presence and his silence. Women are drawn to inner power, to emotional stability, to the man whose mind is a fortress they cannot break into, not because he locks them out, but because the door is guarded by self-respect. A woman subconsciously tests every man with one question. Do you belong to yourself? Most men fail. The mysterious man passes without trying. Women obsess over men they cannot emotionally predict because he doesn't react to provocations. He doesn't break under pressure. He doesn't overshare. He doesn't chase. He doesn't collapse when she pulls away. He doesn't fall into emotional chaos. This neutrality creates contrast. She throws storms. He remains still. She tests boundaries. He doesn't move. She tries to read him. His silence gives nothing. This is not indifference. This is sovereignty. And sovereignty is intoxicating. The man she obsesses over is the man she cannot categorize, not because he's confusing, but because he's authentic. Authenticity is harder to read than performance. He speaks only when necessary. He expresses emotion with precision. He chooses his actions deliberately. She cannot fit him into the boxes she uses to understand other men. Is he shy? Is he confident? Is he into her? Is he unavailable? Is he playing the game? Is he above the game? She doesn't know. She can't know. Her mind spirals. An obsession is born. We are now in the deepest layer. Attraction is not logical. It's unconscious. When she encounters a man she cannot predict, her unconscious awakens. She feels the excitement of the unknown, the thrill of uncertainty, the tension of curiosity, the fear of losing him, the desire to understand him, the challenge of reaching him. This is not entertainment. This is biology, psychology, and archetype merging together. The mysterious man is not a trick. He is a mirror of everything she has yet to discover within herself. Let's be clear. Mystery is not performance. It is not manipulation. It is not acting cold. Mystery is built through emotional discipline, internal boundaries, deep thinking, self-possession, calmness, reality over fantasy, purpose over attention. Becoming mysterious means you no longer seek instant validation. You no longer chase approval. You no longer expose your entire soul in the first conversation. You no longer need to fill silence. You no longer fear losing someone. Your life becomes your center, not her attention. And that changes everything. In the end, women obsess over the man they cannot emotionally predict because he is sovereign, he is grounded, he is unreadable, he is calm, he is selective, he is whole. He does not reveal himself instantly. He unfolds slowly. He does not chase. He chooses. He does not fear loss. His value stands independent of her response. And in a world where men expose themselves instantly, the man who guards his inner world becomes unforgettable, a mystery, a storm, a calm center, a depth she must explore. Women do not fall in love with explanations. They fall in love with questions, and you become the question. She cannot stop asking.